Welcome back to the Antrim Forum in Northern Ireland for live coverage of the Netball Europe Open Championships, brought to you live and exclusive by QTV Sports and Stream UK. A very good morning to you wherever in the world you might be watching our coverage from. I'm Alison Mitchell and I'm with you right the way through until the conclusion of the championships, an early afternoon Sunday UK time. This match that we're bringing you now is in the performance section of the competition, which comprises Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland and South Africa and Trinidad and Tobago, two invitational sides invited to join the championship. So this match does not go towards the European title as such, but it is important ranking points at stake. And all importantly, this is the biggest event in netball before the World Cup takes place in Sydney in August. So chance for both teams to impress their coaches and jostle for positions, because both Scotland and Trinidad and Tobago are in that World Cup. And Gemma Soul, the Scotland goal shooter, will certainly be one who will be hoping to be on the plane for Sydney. Remember that you can get day-by-day coverage for the rest of today and tomorrow, £9.95 for the day pass for these last 2 days. £19.95 is the whole tournament pass. That will also give you access to full downloads of all the matches that have taken place across the Netball Europe Championships. Those will be available for you on Monday. You'll be able to watch back every single match that's taken place, both in the performance and the development section. With me for this match is Jerry Moore, Head of Development at Netball Scotland. And Jerry, with both of these teams looking to get their first win on the board today, Scotland have played 3 and lost 3. What kind of mood do you sense they're in heading into this one?
Yeah, I would expect them to come out hungry, Alison, and fight for the win from both sides today. I'm sure they've both had a lot of reflection and analysis work going on over the past couple of evenings. So yeah, we're expecting both teams to come out fast off the blocks today.
Well, let's have a look at how the two teams line up. We can see there that Sam Murphy is back in the Scotland lineup at wing attack. She takes her place with Hayley Mulheren, the Scotland captain, back in at goalkeeper, Fiona Thiemann at goal defence, Rachel Forbes at wing defence, Claire Brownie is at centre, Murphy then at wing attack, goal attack, Lindsay Gallagher and Gemma Soul as goal shooter. Those two have been linking up very well together for Scotland, but as yet to get a win on the board. But Trinidad and Tobago, they are unchanged from their last match against Wales. Kemba Duncan at goalkeeper, Kiel Connolly at goal defence, Onella Jack is at wing defence, Candice Guerrero, one of the joint captains, at centre, Rhonda John Davis at wing attack, Jolisa Cooper, other joint captain, at goal attack, and Sam Wallace is the goal shooter. And there is Samantha Murphy, ever smiling, ever active there with Lindsay Gallagher, the two of them. And they'll be so eager to try and give the crowd lots to cheer about, because whilst we've been sitting here, Jerry, a lot more Scottish support has come in for the Thistles and taken their seats.
Yeah, it is indeed, Alison. Another flight load, and partial flight arrived this morning, so the Thistles army is filling up nicely, and I'm sure the girls in the court will be wanting to give them something to be proud of.
As the Trinidad and Tobago team are being introduced, Candice Guerrero takes her place on court. And she works as an accountant when she's not playing netball. So they've been doing the sums and figuring out that they need to get a win here. They've lost to England, lost to Wales, and Trinidad played twice today. So every team during this championship has had at least one day when they have played twice. And today it's Trinidad's turn. They play Northern Ireland later. But at the moment, those soul ties are being waved high. Someone's been busy with the face paints as well. But great to see. Very vocal support this will be. Expect lots of cheering for Scotland as this one gets underway then. Scotland immediately needing that support from Fiona Thiemann to work the ball through from defence into attack there. Gemma Soul, the edge of the circle then for Scotland. Lovely swing across the circle to Murphy. Early chance for Soul. And
I just called for a held ball there, Alison, just trying to fake the shot and draw the defender in, but just caught in time out.
Got to be so careful, haven't you, if you're going to try and draw the defender in. You've got to get your timing absolutely spot on, and the best defenders will wait and that held ball will be called. But Scotland get the turnover again, so all is not lost in terms of this centre pass. Through the centre, Claire Brownie, long ball into Soul. She uses her height well. Kemba Duncan trying to distract her with the jumps, but Seoul gets Scotland underway. First goal of the game. Trinidad and Tobago, very athletic team, so often see these athletic jumping takes. Good splits landing from Sam Wallace.
Yeah, it's a lovely fluid passage of play there from Trinidad and Tobago, Alison.
Scotland's turn again now. They've played England, South Africa and Wales so far in this championship. Trinidad and Tobago ranked at ninth in the world, so a couple of places above Scotland. Murphy, neat low ball into Gallagher. I've really enjoyed Gallagher's shooting throughout this tournament, as much as Gemma Souls. They're a really good partnership.
Yeah, they're working really well together, Alison. They're starting to read each other very well, and lovely fluid shot there from Lindsay Gallagher.
Another chance for Wallace. Well in by Hayley Mulheron with that rebound.
Yeah, Wallace just apologising to the bench there for that unusual and uncharacteristic miss from her.
Kemba Duncan, the somewhat feisty goalkeeper. But the umpire has spotted an infringement. So Duncan again. Manila Jack at wing defence. Trinidad and Tobago coming into these championships off the back of a 3-0 Test Series defeat to England. England then made it 4-0 over them when they played here in Antrim. Wallace able to take the shot from a comfortable position by the post. Murphy attempting that long ball.
Oh, and Ella Jack just called there for obstruction on the ball there.
Murphy out to Seoul. Hesitation. A contact called against the goal defence. Kiel Connolly. Gallagher with the shot, but Duncan's in a good place to get the rebound. A call for footwork.
I think it's actually contact against Gemma Soul there.
And now Duncan can bring the ball forward. Well, Jaleesa Cooper, plenty of space in the circle to take that one. Puts Trinidad and Tobago ahead. Bit of football being practiced. So inside the circle, contact was called against Mulheron. Sam Wallace is such a consistent force for Trinidad in that circle, isn't she?
Yeah, she certainly is. She's a new face to the team, recent addition to the team. She's certainly strengthened it. She's bringing her basketball skills to the court.
There's a chance for Seoul then, being enthusiastically cheered on by her dad, who's sitting just a metre or so away to our right-hand side in the commentary position. He's a former British and Irish line and Scotland Rugby Union international, captain even. Grabbed by Seoul. Duncan's going to have to get to her feet again quickly here. Seoul using her body well to try and restrict Duncan in the defence.
Yeah, she's shielding the defence well off to allow Lindsay Gallagher a nice free vision at the post.
A tweet from David Seoul, no less, using the hashtag @NetballScotland and the handle @Netball Europe, which you can use as well to get in touch. He says, so Netball Scotland taking on the powerhouse in Netball Europe, Trinidad and Tobago. Go Thistles. And then adds, I must check my map when I get home. Yep, Trinidad are not part of Europe, but one of two invitational sides here. Trinidad and Tobago alongside South Africa. Well, it's taken quite a hit there, Mulheron. Umpire saying play on there, and Cooper pops the ball away. It's Murphy looking for options on the edge of the circle, has to take that ball back. Sol, Murphy again. A little off balance with that pass. So a free pass inside the circle for the Scottish Thistles. Contact called against the goal defence.
Yeah, we're going to see quite a bit of that in both circles. You know, both sets of defenders desperately trying to seek the ball out.
So good cheers as Scotland draw level. And the inclusion of the likes of Trinidad and South Africa, Jerry, has largely been seen as a success for this championship. It's given some additional competition.
It certainly is. It's great to see, you know, what these teams need in the way out to Sydney is to compete against different styles of netball, and both these teams bring, you know, that experience to the court today, and it's just been a real positive addition to Netball Europe.
It's the first time the invitational sides have been included, so this is the biggest Netball Europe Championship that there's been.
Yeah, and certainly to have the development section run alongside it as well, Alison, for teams like Malta and Switzerland to see this level of play. This is what they aspire to eventually develop into the performance section, so they'll be really interested watching these players, and they'll gain valuable experience from it.
Yeah, giving them good exposure, not least, by having their matches televised and shown, as Claire Brownlee.
Fantastic opportunity for these development countries to have the live streaming.
But as well, we've seen that the likes of the Swiss team were in the arena yesterday watching the South Africa match as they took on Northern Ireland at the end of the day. Gallagher for Scotland, and they go ahead by 1. Guerrero with the centre pass. Nice tip, wonderful work. Fiona Thiemann doing very well to keep pace with Jolisa Cooper. Yeah, Cooper got herself free, worked well in the circle to find space, but the turnover.
Yeah, contact called against Wallace in the circle there. It gives possession to Scotland.
Nice high ball across the circle. Sol's going to take a shot. Top work from Gemma Sol, shooting at distance.
Yeah, that was excellent movement from the Scottish attack there. Everyone offering, re-offering, repositioning themselves, and finally finding a great ball into Gemma Sol.
Trinidad surging forward. Oh, misplaced pass. Good pressure from the Scottish defence. It didn't work that time. Guerrero.
It's a little bit too much in that ball for Cooper to control. Gives the turnover ball to Scotland.
Oh, it really came flying in, did Onella Jack. In netball, if you're going for an interception, the timing's got to be right.
Timing's everything.
Backline pass. Gallagher through Brownie. Neat use of the roll through to Sol. Oh, just a bit overcooking the shot.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that. But yeah, we see Lindsay Gallagher getting the contact call against Gail Connolly.
Well, a 3-goal gap now. This is going to give Trinidad a little bit of food for thought.
Yeah, and we've seen Scotland coming out over the last few games, Alison, firing out the blocks. It's now all about consistency and keeping this going throughout the next 15 minutes, through all the way to the 60th minute.
Contact against the goal defence. Penalty pass or shot then is to take Scotland to 10. Brilliant work. But you're right, Jerry Moore. It has been a feature of Scotland's play throughout this tournament that the first quarter they do often get themselves into strong positions. It's about keeping that strength.
Yeah, it's about consistency and keeping pushing on and moving the ball through and capitalising on that slight lead they've got at the moment. You know, 3 goals is very, very easy to pull back from any side, and Trinidad will be looking to do that. And so, yeah, it's something Gail Parato have been focusing on in our team talks, I'm sure, but that consistency over 60 minutes.
Strong take by Sam Wallace and an equally strong shot. Wonderful shooting. That'll fill her team with confidence. And the accuracy was matched down at the other end. Guerrero, wonderful take one-handed. Penalty pass or shot. Cooper will go for it with confidence. So still just the 2 goals. Murphy, ever active, ever quick, darting about court. Gallagher keeps the composure wonderfully well.
Yeah, strong attack shown from the Scottish Thistles at the moment.
Wow, what an athletic take. Cooper finishes the business.
Yeah, it's lovely to see that. Cooper's just very aware of the space she has in front of her. She's carrying the ball through the air and getting herself as close to post as possible.
Sol really snatched at the ball then to try and win it. Great work. Well, the consistency of shooting is there for Scotland at the moment, making the most of every chance they give themselves. Is that a bit of an elbow indicated by the umpire?
Yeah, it looks as though she's called the Trinidad wing attack, yeah, for elbowing into Rachel Forbes.
Yeah. Well taken by Sol. And the goal will stand. And she gives a thumbs up to her centre court players for the good feed and the fast passage down court, but look at that. Oh, Scotland are on fire.
It's a great passage of play for Scotland. 2 balls right into post and finish off the shot with Gemma Soles. Great work.
And they've opened up the gap to 5 points now. Still not a lot against a quality side such as Trinidad, who are 2 places above them in the world rankings.
These teams in the last year, just over a year, Alison, have played each other. This is the 5th time. Trinidad and Tobago came to Scotland last April and played a tri-test series. They met each other again at the Commonwealth Games. So there's a lot of knowledge about each other's play and formats and structures and players. So yeah, very experienced lineup with these 2.
And Scotland did get the win over Trinidad at the Commonwealth Games, so on the biggest stage.
They contested for 9th and 10th position. Scotland took the 9th spot, with Trinidad and Tobago finishing in 10th.
So Gail Parato, see if we can hear what she has to tell her bench. Okay, we can't hear from Gail Parata at the moment, but is the message pretty much going to be, Jerry, more of the same?
I think that's exactly what Gail will be saying. It's about keeping focused, you know, capitalising that lead that the Scottish Thistles have established at the moment. It's certainly some fantastic passages of play, real positive start to the game, and it's now about the Scottish Thistles taking that onwards and upwards into the second quarter.
Been some great energy about their play, no doubt, Boyd. I mean, players certainly do feed off a crowd, don't they, when they've got support, as
Absolutely.
they do have.
We saw that with Northern Ireland yesterday. You know, they had a hall full screaming and supporting them, and all the school children here. It's like an eighth man on court for you at times, and certainly the Scottish Thistles, the Army, will be trying to do that for their side this morning.
Gail Parata, the former New Zealand assistant coach, has been working with the team since December 2013. They really have made some tremendous strides under her, and she'll be targeting the World Cup to try and improve that even further. Scotland in World Cup Group B alongside England, Jamaica and Samoa in there as well. Now, have there been any changes? It's going to keep things as you would expect, keep that same
I
seven.
wouldn't expect to see any changes from either side. They're both in the game at the moment.
Real determination being shown by the Scottish Thistles as they come back out with a 5-goal lead after the first quarter against Trinidad and Tobago. Kemba Duncan, I think she'll have the goal defence bib on, so Trinidad are making some changes.
Changes in Trinidad. They're just trying to tighten up against Gallagher and Seoul.
Play being held up for a moment while the umpires are ready. Players have come out early for once.
Yeah, they have. Time's totally dictated by the umpires, rightly so. They're waiting to time to go.
Brownie then, Murphy, Gallagher. Murphy finds good space again. Very precise footwork from Murphy into Gallagher. Well, Scotland starting the second quarter the way they left off the first. Precision passing. On a fumble.
Yeah, Fiona Freeman just called before that fumbled pass there for contact, so Sam Wallace taking the long shot. Oh, just bobbled out, yeah, in and out the ring there.
Mulheron, Murphy. Oh, terrific interception by Kemba Duncan.
Yeah, you have to admire the vertical jump in Kemba Duncan, it's impressive.
Risked face planting into the post, so that's putting your body on the line.
We've just run through, we've just been handed the substitutions for Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, Gallagher puts that ball away. Now they really have rung the changes, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. We've got, you see Swift coming on to goalkeeper. We have Duncan, who's moved out to goal defence, and Connolly taking on the wing defence position. And Jack has gone to wing attack, with McCollin is out into goal attack.
Yep, Khalifa McCollin. But at the moment, the ball down in the Scotland circle, but turnover. And a sense of urgency about the Trinidad play.
Yeah, that's great speed of transition from defence into attack from Trinidad and Tobago there. They just brought that ball very, very quickly through into their attacking third. Just a contact call given against Rachel Forbes that's broken their play.
Sam Wallace again. Guerrero. She and Wallace, the only positions that haven't changed after that first quarter.
Yeah, we see the pressure put on the wing defence here by Sam Murphy just caused her to have that fumble of the ball, and again we've got a turnover for the Scottish Thistles.
Off screen, Gallagher took a fall but got back on her feet. Oh, Scotland really have been outstanding with the shooting this match.
Yeah, and it makes such a difference, as that certainly gives the whole unit, the whole team confidence when they can bring that ball through and the ball is getting potted for them. It's an added bonus.
Inside the circle then. Penalty pass or shot for Gallagher. Oh, a little bit of misreading. It hasn't happened often. We've been saying how well they work together.
Yeah, it's just about parking that error now, moving on, don't reflect on it till after the game.
The goalkeeper is Daystar Swift now for Trinidad, but Guerrero. The umpire has spotted an infringement that's happened off screen.
Yeah, and there's so much going on off ball. It's very, very difficult for these umpires to see everything that's happening, Alison. So that was obviously something she was focusing on.
On the back line, Gallagher. Guerrero standing so tightly there on Brownie, really jostling for space. Well worked. Gallagher does it.
Yeah, they're just starting to pull away here, so they've done exactly what Gail Parata would have been looking for. The Scottish Thistles, they are capitalising that. Leads to Trinidad and Tobago now need to step up. They'll not be looking for this to extend any further.
The overhead called for by Wallace, good snatch.
Yeah, that's a lovely ball straight under the post to Sam Wallace.
Brownie with the centre pass. Quick work by Scotland to Murphy. Gallagher. Clock being stopped while that ball's retrieved. There is all sorts of temporary seating just behind off camera there, and the ball rolling under the seats. Nine goals in it now for Scotland. Penalty called against Fiona Thiemann. Scotland ball, and well in by Hayley Mulheron.
Ball there.
A lot of switching of possession going on just at this moment. Duncan. Well, she's found Guerrero somehow. He's surrounded by purple dresses.
She's such a key player, Guerrero, for Trinidad and Tobago. She's such an influential player for them. She's taken every second ball there to bring that through to the shooting circle for them.
Chance for McCollin. 2013. Oh, an interception. Gallagher, and he's very smart with the tip as well.
Yeah, just making sure she didn't fall off out of court into position, actually into the defensive third, so we saw a very athletic leap off court.
Oh, yeah. Out of court, struggled to keep herself in. Quite the collision. She's all right, Brownie, straight up.
Yeah, these players are tough.
Is that the umpire having an additional word to Duncan then?
Yeah, I think she's just telling her to, you know, tidy up in that a little bit. The timing was a bit out. As you can see there, that's quite a hit Claire Brownie took.
Duncan was ordered off, sent off in the second of the Trinidad and Tobago test matches against England. And Sol and Gallagher, little low five. Keeping important that the attackers as well just keep congratulating themselves, acknowledge each other's success and hard work whenever these goals go in.
And that's important, just that little tip from your teammate gives you that boost. Keep it going, keep focused.
Wallace. Still ground to make up for Trinidad and Tobago. Murphy. Sol out of the circle. Murphy again. Contact called against the wing defence. Gallagher's got herself into a better position now. And it's amazing just how those inches make a difference. You can see her shuffling her feet to get closer to the
They'll all
circle.
have their comfort zone where they really, really want the ball, and the attackers know that, the feeders know where these girls want positioned, and they work really hard to give them the ball they want to take them into that spot.
A quick 1-2 to McCollin. That's Mulheron thundering in against the post. Wallace puts it away. 22-15, gap of 7. Scotland so far have kept up the good work of the first quarter. Have increased the goal margin. Gallagher with the shots. Umpire calling for contact from the goal defence. Eight-goal advantage.
Fiona Thiemann just called there for breaking the line, just anticipating the umpire's whistle and getting her timing wrong.
Contact called against Fiona Thiemann. Wallace, easy from there for her. 5 minutes left before half-time. Scotland eager, determined to keep up this pressure and the precision of their passing, and they're doing it well. Whistle went for contact. And the ball in the face for Sam Murphy then. Wallace swinging across the circle and battling with Mulheron for position. Penalty pass for shot. She's going to have to stand back next to Thiemann. The umpire's not going to...
Yeah, she was still, those inches are important. She was trying to gain herself as many as possible there, but the umpire's on it. A little bit too much in that pass there from Murphy to Gallagher to control.
Guerrero. Jack. Long ball and a terrific athletic leap again from John Davis. Well, not the first time that Mulheron's found herself on the floor in that circle.
Yeah.
Wallace makes it 18. And Trinidad have pulled it back. It was an 8-goal gap. Now it's 6. Well, I'll be wanting to cut out these infringements. It's just giving Trinidad free advancement.
Yeah, they've just lost a little bit of discipline here and causing a few unforced errors and contacts creeping into the game. You see Claire Brownie there asking for time out. She's looking for some treatment to that left calf. We can see it quite heavily strapped actually, Alison, so Claire's off for some treatment on the side.
Well, when McCollin put in that last goal for Trinidad, there was a real fist pump from her. Trinidad felt that they were on a real surge. So I think Scotland will be pleased to have the time now. It might perhaps disrupt their rhythm somewhat.
Yeah, Trinidad have brought that lead back from 8 down to 5 at the moment, so it's quite give the Scottish Thistles will be looking to have a good team talk here, refocus, regroup to get back to where they were. They were in a really good place with some really fantastic attacking and defending moves, and they've just lost a little bit of discipline in the last couple of minutes, so time to refocus.
15-10 lead at the end of the first quarter has now become a 24-19 lead, so the 5-goal gap is still there at the moment. Hayley Mulheron there, the goalkeeper and the Scotland captain, What do you make of her style of leadership as Scotland captain, Jerry? 'Cause she hasn't been in the job very long.
No, she has been vice captain, and so she's, you know, been in the squad for many years now, Alison. But taking on that top job with the captain, it's a weighted role on your shoulders, and she's doing it very, very well. She's a very vocal player. I'm sure she really talks and knows all the players very, very well. So, yeah, she's a good leader for the Scottish Thistles.
I said that, she's just removed her goalkeeper's bib. So she's taking a breather on the bench.
Hayley did pick up an injury towards the end of the Super League season, so she's been in rehab. Obviously she's fit to take to court, but maybe just, you know, a full 60 minutes at the moment is just a little bit too much impact on that recovering injury.
Yeah, Mulherron plays for Team Northumbria in the Super League. So Murphy. Oh, loose ball, chased down.
Yeah, I'll just run through those changes that we've seen. Hayley Mulherron head to bench. So we see Fiona Thiemann taken to the goalkeeper position for the Scottish Thistles. Rachel Forbes has moved to goal defence. Claire Brownie's gone from centre to wing defence. And we see Fiona Moore-McGrath coming off the bench and into centre.
Well, almost into the umpire's table there. Was just off camera, Lindsay Gallagher. Wonderful flying take from McCollin. Oh, great work blocking off Sam Wallace.
Yeah, she's just indicating to her teammate there to put a bit more height on it.
Thiemann out to Moore McGrath, back through Thiemann. Gallagher uses Murphy, and then Moore McGrath again, new to the centre position for this match. Swap with Brownlee. Brownie moving to wing defence. And it goes from Gallagher. Scotland 25. Built it back up to that 6-goal lead. Lovely high take.
It's a great take from Fiona Moore-McGrath, just watching that high ball coming in. She's driven straight to top of the circle where she should be, putting a nice feed into Gallagher.
Long shot from Gallagher.
It's fantastic rebounding from Gemma Soul there.
Fancy pass or shot then. Will Soul want the ball? She could take the overhead here. Switch from the circle didn't come quick enough.
1-2, yeah, that ball could have went in. That was pressure from Daystar Swift there that put that shot off from Gemma Soul. Good work from the Trinidad goalkeeper.
Yeah, the changes that Trinidad have made in defence, at least just in the last few minutes, seems to have made a difference to the Scotland shooting.
Yeah, they've certainly mixed things up, and the Scottish Thistles are trying to be the new players that have come on court.
Just seconds left before half-time. Guerrero looking to feed Wallace. Contact, so there will be the chance now then, Trinidad to close the gap before half-time. Indeed they do. That whistle's going to go any second. Needs to be quick here. Unlucky. Missed anyway, but got to beat that whistle when you're in open play. But the goal difference is still 5. Scotland 25, Trinidad and Tobago 20. Jerry Moore, the lead was 8 at one point in that quarter.
Yeah, they had a night. They did extend that lead out to 8, and we finally see that quarter finish at 10-all. So the Scottish Thistles won't be happy with that. They would have been looking to push on and extend the lead. But all credit to Trinidad and Tobago. They made the changes that were needed, and they've mixed things up a little here and got themselves back in the game.
Yeah, we saw Wesley Gomes there a moment ago, the Trinidad coach. Let's see if we can listen this time to what Gail Parata is saying.
Let's go to our muddy out front. Let's get out of here. Let's on the top, all right? In behind the team. So she's going to clear out, you pop out, and then come back in. Yeah. These shots, I'm on both sides. And can we have options down the side? Just make sure all the time be available just in case they need you. We had guys, listen up please. We got away and we've let them back in. They're starting to get feeling that they're still in this match. We need to shut them out totally, all right? So we've got to go back on there and do that in this quarter.
Yeah, very direct guidance there from Gail Parata. She's telling the Scottish Thistles that they've got themselves away and extended their lead, and Trinidad and Tobago have come back. The Scottish Thistles need to shut them down. They need to provide options to keep that movement going.
That you're going to get into. Yeah. Keep being up strong, all right? They're right up the
Yeah, those instructions are very clear, weren't they? But also very much to Sam Murphy, make yourself available, she says, on the edge of the circle.
Yeah, she's just looking for Sam to offer and re-offer, so that the options are there, that there's a second and third option being available from the attackers, not to put too much pressure on the shooters to get that first time ball. If it's not on, you're looking for another option to be there.
Well, very quiet on the Trinidad bench at the moment. Time for some contemplation and some fairly serious faces, knowing that they are behind in this match. Those changes were made. There might be another couple of changes as well as they battle to get their first win of these championships as well. In fact, they're yet to win in the time they've been in the UK, having played that 3-test series against England.
We do need to remember that these girls are off the back of 3 additional test matches, the same as England, but for the Trinidad Tobago, they've had that travel time. They've had 3 test matches before they've come into this, so really high level of competition and, you know, constant work that these girls are putting their bodies through. So yeah, there's bound to be some tired legs out there.
We've had a message from the Mole, whoever the Mole is, on Twitter saying this game looks great online, hashtag too close to call. Well, if you use the hashtag at Netball Europe, or the handle at Netball Europe and the hashtag Netball Europe, and that will also come up on Netball Europe feed. A message also from Kadeen Corbin, who is here, in fact, in the Antrim Forum. She is watching. She says, waiting to watch my girls, England take on Wales, using that hashtag Netball Europe. That's how you can get in touch with us on social media. Liz McNeely says, early start on a Saturday for netball. Volunteering, I think, for Netball Northern Ireland. The volunteers have been brilliant here this week, really have.
They're fantastic. Just sport doesn't exist without volunteers, and the volunteers here at Netball Northern Ireland, the Antrim Forum, are putting long days, long shifts in, and they're meeting everyone with a smile and, you know, keeping the event flowing really well, so all credit to them.
And we have to say how well they've been doing with us, running team sheets to and from. No sooner does one match finish than the team sheet for the next match is immediately down in front of us.
Yeah, they're really slick and they're making it tick over really well, so great job.
Yeah. Well, while that Trinidad bench is static, I can tell you that Scotland have been in a huddle doing jumps and quick footwork and really being active. And that is that sending something of a psychological message to Trinidad?
I think so.
We're ready for this.
Yeah.
There we go.
A huge part of the game, psychology.
Yeah. Right, Scotland ready to roll again.
Yeah, no changes, as you can see. The Scottish Thistles lining up on court. They're out there keen and eager to go, and they're keeping the 7 as they finish the second half.
And the huddle now for Trinidad. Little, not quite so much conviction about their team huddle as there was from the Scotland side. But they're coming towards the end. Well, they've got a big day ahead of them. Certainly Trinidad. 2 matches today. Scotland just the first of them. They come back on against Northern Ireland, and all the home support will be against them then as well. So they need to draw on all their reserves here. Trinidad, and that's a good ball into Wallace. Equally sharp through to McCollin.
Yeah, we see Connolly's gone to the bench. Need to wait for confirmation of that substitution. I'm sorry, not Connolly, Jaleesa Cooper.
Murphy. Gathered then by Moore McGrath. Duncan having to stand by the side. A smart little step to the side just gives them more room away from their defender. Guerrero from centre pass. Murphy trying to close down. That was a Fiona Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, we see another quick offload there from Sam Wallace. That's working for them. A lovely clean shot from McCollin there.
Cross-court ball as they find Moore McGrath.
And Daystar Swift just called for contact and Gemma Soul as she entered the circle.
Chance to take the lead back to 5. Top shooting from Lindsay Gallagher. Guerrero, edge of the circle, and finds Wallace free. I wonder why the continual offloads all of a sudden.
Yeah, because we've seen Wallace constantly putting that shot up very confidently, and her shooting averages must be in the high 80s, 90s. So, yeah, unusual. Maybe she just wants McCollin to take a few shots to get her own confidence, to prove that we've got two strong shooters in the Trinidad and Tobago circle.
Yeah, McCollin having come on for Jaleesa Cooper. So, important that both shooters can work well together. Gallagher. Let the ball come back to Fiona Moore McGrath. Nice bounce pass and well kept in by Murphy.
Gemma Soul just using her body again to shield Daystar Swift, so giving her teammate Lindsay Gallagher a clear shot at goal.
Infringement in the circle, hands Trinidad and Tobago. Chance to shoot for goal, she didn't take it. Still got possession though. Now ought to be the shot on goal. 4 goals the difference.
And we're going with centre pass here as we start the third quarter. Just mistimed that. Swift, she saw it coming in, just needed to take her feet, move in front of the player and take the ball cleanly, but called for contact.
Nice by Gallagher. Keeps Scotland with that 5-goal margin. Oh, wonderful height and reach to bring that in from Wallace.
Yeah, that was lovely placement of the ball and a great take in from Sam Wallace.
Murphy. This will be inside the circle against goalkeeper. Looking for a 1-2. Again, great partnership there with Sol blocking off the defender.
Yeah, working really well today. Very, very confident duo in there, which is great to see for the Scottish Thistles.
Oh, working it in well to Gemma Soul. She had a tussle.
They just called for contact trying to rebound the ball, Gemma Soul.
Guerrero. Where are those openings going to come from? Like a slightly awkward fall, but she's up on her feet. Guerrero, not harm, looking at where she can play this one. Everyone's a bit bunched up. Still the 4 goals. Scotland keeping up their intensity though, keeping up their good play into this 3rd quarter. Wonderful, so close.
Fabulous play from Lindsay Gallagher. She was instrumental in that move for the Scottish Thistles and looking to finish it off with a goal. She does, fantastic play.
Tremendous play by Scotland, being really warmly received in the Antrim Forum. Contacts called against Hayley Mulheron.
Fiona Thiemann, actually.
Sorry, Thiemann. He's in that position. Mulheron's back on the bench. Well, Wallace brings Trinidad and Tobago up to 27. Getting rather physical out there just at this moment. It's going to be a sideline throw-in. Gallagher, who's been shooting so well. Oh, definitely a bit of a trip.
Yeah, just had the legs taken from the back for there, Gemma Soul. She's just asking her teammate Lindsay Gallagher to take the shot for her.
Oh, good tip there by Daystar Swift. I think Duncan knows. Oh no, she has kept possession for Trinidad. Goodness me. Tripping over each other now. I think that's rather hurts Kemba Duncan. She'll be all right. She'll shake it off. It feels like there's been quite a lot of breakdown of play in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's been a bit busy. There's been quite a few contact calls and errors been made, so we're not getting fluid play at the moment. So we're looking to hopefully see the teams tidy that up so we can see some movement from centre pass through to circle.
Long ball up court. Nice pass on the move from Wallace. Good shooting. Trinidad are starting to come back on Scotland now. Only 2 goals. That's nothing in these terms.
That's nothing. That's 1 centre pass turnover. We've got the Thistles army starting to roar to encourage their team.
The team needing to find their voice here. This is where the Scotland concentration levels have really got to find something extra. Gemma Soul's continuing the good work. Breaking again, this time by Trinidad. This could be a valuable turnover of possession for Scotland off that centre pass. Shouts coming from the crowd of "Use it, Scotland."
Yeah, Swift's just been called for contact outside the circle, so it's left 1 defender with the 2 Scottish shooters inside there. So, yep. So popping the goal in to extend the lead back out to 4.
Yep. Lovely long ball in, but Gemma Soul finding herself contacted from behind. Showing such strength, Soul. In the face of the defence, she really holds her composure so well, never looks as if she's ruffled in the circle.
Yeah, she's a very, very strong athlete.
Very quick pass from Duncan. Scotland had a terrific opportunity there, but they will have the possession, crucially.
Yeah, we'll just see Jack been called for contact against Claire Brownie.
And we've got a player down, just
Fiona
off camera there. Yes, Fiona Moore-McGrath. Well, it's been frenetic the last few minutes, and all that breakdown in play seemed to favour Trinidad. It was at that point that they were bringing things back, getting to within 2 goals again. But the Scottish Thistles, just in the last couple of minutes, couple of turnovers, things went their way, and they worked hard to win ball back.
And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the players themselves taking responsibility within that 50-minute quarter to change things, and that's what the Scottish Thistles have done. The new Trinidad were on the attack, they were bringing it back, narrowing the gap, but they've extended their lead again, so all credit to them. They found their feet again, and Fiona Moore-McGrath looks to have taken a bit of a knock to the face at this point, because you're getting some treatment to her face and neck. It's a highly physical contest out there. Everyone wants that ball, Alison.
Yeah. Do you find that the centre players, the centre court players that Scotland have at the moment, with and they start off with the favoured position seems to be Brownie at centre, but then having Moore-McGrath able to come into that position, dropping Brownie back to wing defence, which combination do you feel works better?
Yeah, I think we're in the privileged position that both do, and I think that's what you need. You need strength and depth within your squad. You know, yes, we're seeing Claire Brownie starting. She is that first choice centre at the moment, but she can easily slot into the wing defence and put Fiona Moore-McGrath in there, and that's a fantastic combination as well, Alison.
So Gail Parata
We're just looking
sending
to see
her
if
team
she's
back onto court,
able to continue.
checking that Moore-McGrath is okay, and she will carry on. Gemma Soul will take her position back down in that goal circle. So another 4.5 minutes for Scotland to get through to the break, keeping up this intensity, and another 4 minutes for Trinidad to try and break down their play and get some momentum back of their own, make up that deficit. She wants the overhead, Soul. But then the infringement, penalty pass or shots. Great work. Gallagher's been so consistent.
She has been excellent today. Lindsay Gallagher's shooting has been, you know, fantastic. She's hardly missed. It's not even touching the ring, Alison. It's a clean shot through the net.
Murphy coming screaming in to take that centre pass. A real live wire on court, Sam Murphy.
So called for footwork there. She just took the ball when she was on the ground. She just had a little shuffle as she stood up.
Duncan trying to work it out for Trinidad. Possession remains with Trinidad. The foul called. That's good hustle by Thiemann, trying to keep Wallace out of contention. Scotland still have a 5-goal lead. Into the circle they go. Well grabbed by Wallace.
Yeah,
beautiful shooting.
Fantastic feed in. The height made it almost impossible, even though Fiona Thiemann had a good go at that interception. It was a fantastic placed feed.
Back with Murphy. Yep. And some contact just out of screen there on the third line between the goal attack and McCollin for Trinidad. And it fell offside as well. And switch across the circle. Soul has got there. Well, she was unmarked for a second there, Gallagher. Sol trying to work herself into a good position to take that overhead.
Not quite sure. Claire Brownie's looking a little bit confused with that call there, but she's been called for falling offside. I think that's what it was. You see Duncan starting off the Trinidad possession.
Here's Wallace, and they make it 32. They're back to within 3. Well, it's really been little to separate the two, but the pressure telling on Trinidad. Less than a minute to go, quarter time. Scotland got to get that ball into the circle. Gallagher's being kept out at the moment. "30 seconds left."
That's a strong take from Gallagher there. Scotland struggling to get the ball in, but kept composure, playing it around, and she finished that move off. Rewarded them with a nice goal for Scotland, taking the lead out to 3.
Fantastic levels of concentration from Lindsay Gallagher. The crowd steps up its volume. We're into the last 10 seconds of the quarter. Hey, too long from Trinidad, but Wallace with the smile and the wave knew what they were trying to do. And worth having a go.
Worth the go, definitely.
Well, someone's going to be high on sugar by the end of the quarter time. I don't know which team's bench that is with. Scotland, though, still lead. They lead by 4, 36-32 against Trinidad, but a quarter which again just seemed to ebb and flow, to and fro somewhat. Trinidad trying their level best to get back. Scotland holding their lead throughout, though, crucially
they're just
for them.
holding on there, and you can see Trinidad plugging and plugging away. These girls are not going to give up, rightly so, and it's going to be through to the 60th minute, Alison.
Parata, what has she got to say down on the Scotland bench?
Okay, from our centre pass, get onto circle edge, work the ball around. We're getting cluttered around the top. If one shooter is out, the other one is in the circle, please. Okay? Don't think that you have to come out and help. All right, okay? If she goes in, then you're out. Look for that shooter-to-shooter play as well. You don't want it to shoot long, okay? See if you can use the top of the circle, okay? And then it can come in. But let's get some triangles going. Right? We need that ball speed again. It gets us our circle open for us. The umpire, you might just have force down there where you're trying to get the position and now spinning into you and coming around. Okay, keep your body up, right? Just everything real basic.
Seeing those ones where I'm coming in and you're going to give them, but then you're waiting on the RB. Sometimes just give them, because then like I've just got in front, but it literally needs to go, and then they're coming in behind me.
I want discipline on our defence as well, all right? Track, try and force into an error, but no, then we get our 0.9, a good 0.9, please, and then we track. Move up, please. Hayley, come and get some ball outside for us, please. All right, let them know that you're hunting. Everyone listen up.
Very interesting listening to Gail Parata speaking to the Scotland bench, and we had Lindsay Gallagher there encouraging Brownie, saying try and get the ball in a little bit quicker to her. Ball speed in the mid-court was another thing that Parata highlighted. Jerry Moore.
Yeah, and you can see her, she's telling the girls to work their angles, the triangles around the circle, you know, they did struggle a few times there to get the ball in, so using those triangle balls from top of circle out to the pocket with your wing attack centre, and you'll maybe get that drive along the baseline from the shooter, or a strong hold for a turn and drop the ball in. So yeah, really strong, sound advice there from Gail Parata.
Well, a sign that Trinidad and Tobago are struggling to really make inroads against Scotland here. They've made more changes in that quarter break. Scotland, I think, working hard in defence to try and keep them out. A pair of shooters still the same. McCollin.
Oh, and an unusual miss there, McCollin. Scooped up by, we see Hayley Moheran back on at goalkeeper for the Scottish Thistles. So we've gone back to the starting lineup for the Scottish Thistles. We've got Hayley Mulhern at goalkeeper, Fiona Thiemann at goal defence, Forbes has gone back to wing defence, Brownie to centre. So Fiona Moore-McGrath's gone back to bench. And the Scottish Thistles here putting up a centre court zone to force Trinidad into that long ball that they'll maybe pick up, but they've played through it very well. They've got the ball right down to their shooting circle. Quick offload from McCollin to Sam Wallace.
And they pull it back to a 3-goal gap. Can Scotland answer? Sam Wallace has been a consistent feature throughout the match. Stayed on court throughout. Works tirelessly there in that wing attack position. Brownie looking for Gallagher.
Yeah, she's a very clever player, Lindsay Gallagher. That was great use of her angles and her body where she wanted that ball. She's making it very clear to Brownie. We heard her at the quarter-time team talk to him. Brownie, get the ball to me quicker. Brownie's just done that for her teammate.
And that shooting as well from Gallagher, so clean. Oh, she spotted Wallace, was free.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate miss. It was a great spot.
Very difficult to make those lengthy shoulder passes accurate, covering that much court. But it's the right idea from Trinidad. Why not have a go when your goal shooter is free and unmarked? Murphy. Oh, I rather fancied that overhead pass was on then for Gemma Sol.
Yeah, I think so, and I think she did think about it.
Quick play by Trinidad to work the ball down circle. That was interesting.
The creativity.
Penalty against Mulhern. And a miss by Wallace, so turnover.
Yeah, Wallace is signalling there she's been hit as she's putting the shot up, but it's certainly not been seen by the umpire, so Scotland back in possession.
And to make this count to stretch the lead. Brownie. So foul inside the circle.
I see Duncan just been spoken to there by the umpire, Tracy Smith, just
spoken to for the second time this match as well.
Yeah. So she's advanced the penalty shot for Lindsay Gallagher closer to post.
Well, turnover has really helped Scotland, and the foul disadvantaging Trinidad. Back to a 5-goal difference. It's been quite a one-on-one battle between wing attack and wing defence there, with Cameron, who's in that position.
Speed of Murphy's very, very difficult to control, and it's just a bit of mistiming from the tried intercepts from Cameron there. Called for contact.
Gallagher to make it 39. Scotland haven't led by 6 since the second quarter. And they're in.
A nice ball into Sam Wallace. He's just about, decided not to take the long shot. She just played a nice triangle. Oh, and again a miss, but Fiona Thiemann just couldn't control the rebound there, so Trinidad on the back line.
It's John Davis at centre feeding the ball into Trinidad. Chance for Wallace. Guerrero for Trinidad has played all 3 quarters at centre, and then the change at the last moment bringing in John Davis. Guerrero
to wing defence, yeah. Just maybe needed fresh legs onto that centre position. She's done a power of work, Guerrero, over the last few test matches for the Trinidad team. It's well controlled there by Sam Murphy, and a great feed into Gemma Sol.
Oh, well, she did well there to take her own rebound.
Great work. That's what you need from your shooter. Just follow the ball through.
Gallagher makes it 40. Milestone reached for Scotland. And they're back to leading by 7. Trinidad realising that, in fact, some further explanation. I think she's indicating the wing attack has to take the penalty pass. Good positioning by Wallace.
Yeah, it was a really nice pop through, making it really clear to her centre where she wanted the ball, and a good goal.
Murphy. A wonderful athletic take by Murphy. Swing across the circle, and Brownie. Can she get that quick ball into Gallagher? Oh, nearly got the splits there.
I think we've lost a bib. Yeah,
Actually, we have. That's
let's do Star Swifts.
Yes. Contact called, is that from the umpire?
Yeah, against Swift.
And now contacts from Duncan. So penalty shot from Gallagher. Umpire making sure that Duncan stands by her side. Gallagher, so actually, excuse me, Gallagher, do you mind? Here we go, centre pass, Trinidad, they're lagging behind, trailing by 6. It's getting fast and furious.
Yeah, that's contact called against Claire Brownie, just as Fiona Thiemann picked up the ball for Scotland.
I just think a lot of these players will be hoarse by the end of today, with all the calling and the shouting against the backdrop of the crowd here. Wallace, yeah, nice pop in. Forbes to Brownie, finds Gallagher with the bounce pass. It just needed to be a fraction quicker into Seoul.
Yeah, Scotland have it in the back line, just inside the circle.
Well placed to Gallagher. Oh, she hasn't missed too many today, Gallagher, at all.
Oh, I'll lower that one. Swift just jumping forward into Seoul space there. That's why she's been called for obstruction.
Fine work to take Scotland to 42. Wallace used all of her height there for that take. And contact against Fiona Thiemann. And Wallace won't miss from there. Scotland really got to keep his concentration levels going. Great interception off the centre pass from McCollin. So Rachel Forbes, Brownie, Murphy. That little low roll bounce pass into Gemma Seoul has been very effective from the edge of the circle.
It's very good. She's holding the angles really well to protect that ball as it's dropped into her and finish it off with a lovely shot.
And McCollin, quick 1-2 with John Davis, puts her in a good position to shoot. Scores. Trinidad pulling the goal deficit back to just 5 again. Oh, but a turnover.
Yeah, I think Claire Brownie just deemed offside there as she tried to cut at the front of the circle.
Five minutes left in the match. It's a lot of time in netball terms. McCollins could have had a go from there.
Rachel Forbes is just retrieving her teammate who's went through something.
Yeah, off screen there to the right hand side. Another flying off court. Michael Davis with it again. Good snatch from Wallace, but it'll come from the centre again. And goal attack, really having to come out of the circle to get ball.
Yeah, they're having to work really hard to get this ball in there, but that's a great place ball to Sam Wallace. And brought the gap back to 4 Trinidad and Tobago. It's their centre pass, but oh, just a handling error there. And John Davis has given the ball back to Scotland.
Scotland being urged on by their bench, by the crowd.
Oh,
Goodness me. The umpire rightly calling that infringement happened just she called it inside that goal third. Shot on goal meanwhile.
yeah, clever
Missed
work
from
from
Gallagher.
Gemma Soul there. She really protected that space, just in anticipation perhaps it didn't fall for Lindsay Gallagher, and she picked up the rebound nicely, but yeah, possession over to Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, missed chances for Scotland. Will it cost them? Wallace coming out of position. McCollin. High ball into Wallace. Can they work it with the high ball again? Penalty pass or shot then for Wallace. And they've got it back to within 3. How quickly 7 goals erode.
You see, a couple of centre pass turnovers, and they're back in contest in the game.
Yep, a couple of turnovers and missed goals for Scotland. And a miscommunication. And Trinidad suddenly have their tails up. They can feel a surge behind them. Can sense an opportunity. Scotland perhaps just on the back foot somewhat at the moment. There's acres of space. Cooper at wing attack. O'Neill.
Oh,
And the error comes.
yeah, forced over the back line. It was. Oh, it's deemed to have.
Oh, contact against Mulheron. I think she was terribly happy about that.
Oh, and a miss from Sam Wallace. That's a missed opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, the umpire had indicated the hip, I think, when she was calling against Mulheron. Here's the Scotland captain then from the back of the court. Yeah. Contact rightly called.
Yeah, McCollin just, her momentum just took her through. Hailing Mulheron there, so Scotland again on the attack. Keeping composure, just playing the ball back to their captain. Oh, and that could be quite costly. Now see Daystar Swift out the circle, so we've got the 2 Scottish shooters
get that
in
ball.
the circle.
Yeah. Could have got that ball quickly to Gallagher, but why do you need
well,
Gallagher
long
when you've
shot,
got
that's
Gemma Soul?
Fantastic shot from Gemma Soul. Great confidence.
1 minute left. Atmosphere starting to reach fever pitch inside the Antrim Forum. Can Trinidad pull back 4 goals in that time? It's a big ask for them now with the clock ticking, but Wallace, well, could have gone for one of them there.
Yeah, I would have expected that. They're still in possession, but
Here's McCollins under some pressure for Trinidad. The gap is only 3, but there's only 30 seconds left.
it's a Scotland centre.
Could be a memorable double victory for Scotland over Trinidad, having beaten them at the Commonwealth Games. Brilliant into Gemma Sol with the long ball. And she'll get the penalty, pass or shot, no, handing it to Gallagher. Top shooting! Really worked so well together, goal attack and goal shooter. And many of the Scotland fans on their feet here, waiting for the clock to tick down.
Oh, fantastic shot from
Wallace
Sam
had the last chance, but Scotland come away with a 4-goal victory over Trinidad and Tobago. Scotland fans on their feet around the Antrim Forum. And that is a fantastic victory for Scotland, their first of these championships. Sam Murphy, ever present throughout, from the starting 7, played right the way through the match. A powerhouse on court. And Jerry Moore, Scotland, having beaten Trinidad at the Commonwealth Games, have done it again here.
Yeah, they'll be delighted with that win, Alison. It was a really tough contest from start to finish. All credit to both teams. They put on a great display of netball for those in the Antrim Forum and watching live on stream today. It's excellent standard of netball. Fantastic to watch.
A very happy Scotland huddle. Smiles all around. So impressive as they kept that intensity up throughout, and they led pretty much from start to finish throughout that match. Captain Hayley Mulheron came on and off the court. Goodness me, that is some match to follow. Trinidad were always there and thereabouts, always in touch, but all credit's got to go to Scotland for the way they kept their noses in front throughout that match. Netball Scotland getting very busy on the Twitter, as you might imagine, saying in real intensity of match there. And Gemma Sol, what a great game she has had once again.
Oh, she had a fantastic game, and it was tough. 2 defeats yesterday, and I'm sure the girls' heads were down. Oh, nice wave to camera there from Gemma Sol.
So they're getting used to this, you know, being on TV like.
Yeah, they're getting used to it. But no, a fantastic response from the Scottish Thistles. 3 losses over the last 2 days. Not quite what they came here to do. So yeah, they have to really focus game on game. That was a great performance from them. So fantastic result for them.
Well, let's have a look at the last couple of goals that put away by Scotland. The penalty shot from Lindsay Gallagher, and that clean through the ring, as we saw so often from her. That the last goal put away, clinching that victory by a slender 3-goal margin. Scotland have to work really hard for that victory. They put in the hard work, and Gemma Sol is delighted, as is her dad, who's up here in the stands as well, wearing a Saltire jacket, showing his patriotism. Jerry Moore, thank you so much for your company for this match.
Thanks,
Scotland
Alison.
getting their first victory of the championship on the board. Plenty of action still to come. England up next against Wales, a match which goes towards the European title. Followed by the last match in the development section, Switzerland against Ireland, and Trinidad will take to the court again, as will Wales. 2 matches for them in the one day today. So as a jubilant Scotland and their fans celebrate victory here, 45-42 over Trinidad and Tobago. We will be back in just over half an hour's time for England against Wales, but from me, Alison Mitchell, bye for now.